For 20 years, the GOAT debate was not a debate, it was a fact. Tom Brady, 6 Super Bowl rings, then 7. Longevity, consistency, control. Brady supporters didn't argue his greatness. They reminded everyone of it. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, season on the line. You trusted Tom Brady, and for a long time, nobody challenged that trust. Then Patrick Mahomes arrived. Not quietly, not patiently, and definitely not respectfully. He arrived throwing passes nobody taught. No-look throws, sidearm lasers, off-balance touchdowns that felt wrong to watch. And slowly, something dangerous started to happen. People began to question the untouchable. Tom Brady represented certainty. He didn't overwhelm defenses with chaos. He broke them with precision, with timing, with discipline. He was inevitable. That inevitability built the strongest argument in sports history. Nobody would ever be greater. Nobody would ever last as long. Nobody would ever win this much. That belief became sacred. Until Mahomes challenged the idea of greatness itself. Patrick Mahomes didn't try to become the next Tom Brady. He became the opposite. Where Brady punished mistakes, Mahomes created them. Where Brady controlled games, Mahomes bent them. Defenses didn't know what to prepare for. Corners froze, safeties hesitated, linebackers guessed, and Brady supporters noticed something unsettling. Mahomes wasn't just winning games, he was humiliating defensive game plans. And worse than that, he was having fun doing it. The real shock came in 2018. Mahomes' first year as a starter. 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, league MVP. Numbers that took Brady years to build appeared instantly. Every week delivered a new clip, a throw across his body, a flick of the wrist, a touchdown that didn't follow physics. Brady supporters had one response: he can't keep this up. But he did, and suddenly the GOAT conversation cracked for the first time. This wasn't jealousy, it was fear, because Brady's legacy rested on something powerful, that there would never be another quarterback like him. Mahomes threatened that belief, not by copying Brady, but by making his style feel old, creative, improvisational, unpredictable. Mahomes didn't replace Brady's greatness. He redefined what greatness could look like. And deep down, Brady supporters knew the truth. This wasn't a phase. This wasn't hype. This was a real problem, because the ultimate test was still coming. Highlights don't decide legacies. Regular seasons don't decide legacies. Greatness is decided when greatness meets greatness. And Patrick Mahomes was about to meet Tom Brady on the biggest stage possible. The real test didn't come from highlights. It didn't come from MVP trophies. It came when Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady finally shared the same field. Because this wasn't talent versus talent. This was legacy versus momentum. Brady was the past, the present, and the standard. Mahomes was the future, arriving faster than anyone expected, and the NFL was about to watch them collide. The first time they faced each other, the energy felt different. Every throw carried weight. Every drive felt like a statement. Brady played the way he always had, calm, efficient, unbothered. Mahomes played loose, creative, fearless, and that contrast made Brady supporters uncomfortable because Mahomes wasn't intimidated. He didn't play safe. He didn't manage the game. He attacked it. Every time Brady completed a perfect timing route, Mahomes answered with something chaotic: a sidearm throw, a deep shot on 3rd and long, a scramble that turned into a touchdown. It felt like two different eras colliding in real time. And slowly, the conversation changed. Not out loud, not on TV, but in living rooms, group chats, online forums. The words "what if" started appearing. Brady supporters told themselves it didn't matter. One game doesn't define greatness. Longevity does. Rings do, and they were right until the playoffs arrived. The postseason is where Brady built his legend. Cold weather, high pressure, everything on the line. That environment used to break young quarterbacks, but Mahomes didn't break. He smiled. In the AFC Championship, the stage was set. Brady versus Mahomes. Experience versus instinct. Brady started strong, clinical, precise. Mahomes struggled early. Mistakes, pressure, doubt. Brady's supporters relaxed. This was familiar territory. But then something changed. Mahomes stopped playing safe. He started playing free. He extended plays that should have ended. He threw passes defenders thought were impossible. He moved the pocket, bent angles, and forced mistakes. The comeback didn't happen all at once. It came in waves, one drive, then another, then overtime. And when the game ended, it wasn't just a loss. It was a warning. Brady won that battle. But Brady supporters didn't feel victorious because they saw something they hadn't seen before, a quarterback who could match the moment, a quarterback who didn't shrink under pressure, a quarterback who looked comfortable in chaos. Mahomes didn't look like a challenger. He looked inevitable. The following season made things worse. Mahomes didn't slow down. He didn't regress. He evolved. Defenses adjusted. He adapted. Schemes changed. He stayed ahead. And the wins kept stacking. So did the rings. Then came the Super Bowl matchup. Brady versus Mahomes, the old king versus the new threat.
The bigger game.
Brady decides to go for it. Dives into the end zone.
The 1 yard line, baby. I'll take it every time.
This time, Brady won again, but the feeling was different. Brady supporters celebrated the ring, but they couldn't ignore the truth. Mahomes was still coming, and he wasn't waiting his turn, because for the first time in 20 years, Brady supporters weren't asking, who is the GOAT?
They were flat and left. Second and goal to go from the 2. Toss sweep right for James White. Tucks it under the right arm.
They were asking something far more dangerous. How long until it's not him anymore? At some point, the debate stopped being about numbers, because numbers were Brady's weapon. Rings, appearances, longevity. That was the shield Brady supporters always raised. But Patrick Mahomes was attacking something deeper. He was attacking how greatness looked. Mahomes didn't dominate with control. He dominated with pressure. Every snap felt dangerous. Every play felt unfinished until the whistle blew. Defenses weren't just trying to stop him, they were trying to survive him, and that's when the real shift happened. Young fans didn't want to be Brady. They wanted to play like Mahomes. Sidearm throws, no-look passes, off-script chaos. Mahomes didn't just win games, he changed the culture of the position. Brady's greatness felt inevitable, Mahomes' greatness felt explosive, and slowly, that difference started to matter. Brady supporters held on to the one argument that still felt safe. He has more rings, and they were right. But even that argument started to sound defensive, because Mahomes wasn't chasing Brady's legacy. He was building a different one, not based on patience, not based on longevity, but on impact. Every playoff run added pressure. Every Super Bowl appearance shortened the distance. Mahomes won early, Mahomes won often, and Mahomes won loudly. He didn't wait 10 years to dominate. He didn't need a perfect system. He arrived finished. And that terrified people, because for the first time, Brady supporters were forced into an uncomfortable position. They weren't defending the present anymore. They were defending the past. Every time Mahomes lifted another trophy, the argument shifted from confidence to comparison, from certainty to calculation. How many more does he need? How fast is he closing the gap? What happens if he passes him? Those questions never existed before. And that's the humiliation no one talks about. Mahomes didn't embarrass Brady supporters with trash talk. He didn't do it with headlines. He did it by forcing them to argue. For 20 years, there was no argument. Now there is. Mahomes didn't dethrone Brady in one moment. He dismantled the idea of an untouchable throne. He proved that greatness doesn't have one shape, one style, one timeline. And once that door opened, it never closed again. Tom Brady will always be one of the greatest to ever play. Nothing can erase that. But Patrick Mahomes did something just as powerful. He made it debatable. And in a league that once had total certainty, that alone changed everything. Because the GOAT conversation used to be settled. Now it's alive. Now it's loud. And now, every Brady supporter knows the truth they never wanted to admit. This isn't about if Mahomes belongs in the conversation. It's about how long Brady can stay on top of it. Patrick Mahomes didn't steal the GOAT title. He did something worse. He made people believe that the crown was never permanent, and once you see that, you can't unsee it.